Now, though, we're going to turn back to some local news and a historic Quad City house that's for sale. The home where jazz legend and QC icon Bix Beiderbecke grew up is now on the market. It's listed at about $220,000. After the Beiderbecke family moved out, this home was used in a movie about his life, and it's largely been in the hands of a pair of brothers. But after decades of owning it, they're looking for someone else to take up the mantle. So we stopped by for a tour of the home with one of the RE/MAX realtors, Drake Hunter. Check it out. You can't help but notice right when you walk in all of the plaques and the historical photographs and certificates. Tell us about a little bit about those.
In the 70s, whoever owned it then submitted the home into the historic district. That's what those two are. Being in the historic district, the home has to have history and be from a certain time period. This home has lots of history, with it being Bix's house. Yeah. That does restrict you on things you can do to it for the new owner, but you can also get tax benefits from the historic registry and grants, anything like that.
Love it. So right away when you walk in, you see this gorgeous fireplace, the gorgeous trim everywhere. You said that was redone in the 90s?
I believe it was redone when they bought it in the 90s, yeah, to the original condition. And then in here you've got just a little living room, family room type thing. This grand piano was actually a replica of what Bix had when he was growing up. This is your formal dining room. Built-ins are original. They've never been touched. I'm sure they've been touched up and all.
When you get people that come in and are looking at the house or touring it, how much of a point do you guys make to talk about Bix, or how interested in that are people that are touring?
So Bix is a large selling point for this house, and that's what a lot of the traffic has been, is people that love jazz music, Bix, or love the history behind the city of Davenport. So we emphasize, like, this was Bix's house. Someone famous lived here. I mean, we have a huge race named after him. So,
well, and you just think about, like, I'm even thinking of these pianos over here, how much incredible music that shaped this country.
Right.
Kind of was born in these rooms.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How old do you think these built-ins are?
The house was built, I can't remember off the top of my head, early 1900s, so 120, 110, something like that.
Let's keep
And then we'll go into the kitchen.
Why is it so important to you guys to include, like, Bix's face in a room like the kitchen, where there really isn't any, noticeable markers of, like, oh my gosh, Bix Beiderbecke lived here? Like, this
because he was still walking through here, grabbing his breakfast or whatever on his way to school. The school was across the street. There's not one there anymore.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, just want to make a mark and, like, that he was here. Up here, you've got a crazy, amazing staircase. This is all original. This was one of Bix's brother's bedrooms. This little set-out thing, he'd play his cornet.
Oh my god!
On the ledge there.
So he could see his school from, like, right here. It would have been over there.
Oh, wherever the playground is.
Oh yeah, over in there.
Yeah, that's where the school was.
And so he'd sit out here and play his cornet.
Yes, his cornet and trumpet. Yeah.
And what does it say? At the time, the neighbors did not know how privileged they were.
Right.
Wow.
In this bedroom here, there's another little note. This is where he was born.
He was literally born in this room.
This bedroom is where Bix was born in 1903.
Do you guys have people that come through that, maybe don't even really want to buy the house, they just want to see?
Yes,
where
a
Bix is
lot
from?
of looky-loos is what we'd call them. Just curious of what the house looks like. Because everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people drive down here not knowing that's Bix's house,
For such a historic home, it is showing its history. You'd need a lot of upgrades or a lot of love for this house.
Lots of love.
How do you go about that when you're talking to sellers? Or buyers, I should say.
Someone has to love old houses. And luckily in Davenport, we have a lot of people that love historic houses and understand the investment it takes to put them up to, like, today's standard. But they're not everywhere.
So when you have these historic homes that have such history, not only deep meaning to the Quad Cities, but to jazz as a whole, what kind of responsibility does a new buyer have to preserve that legacy?
So it is, unfortunately, up to the buyer on what they do with the home. We obviously want to push for it to be sold and restored into its historic condition. But I mean, something of this nature is going to cost, it will cost a big, pretty penny to get to any working condition. Like, you could live in it, but needs a new roof. To get an original roof like this, very expensive. But like, again, as I was saying downstairs, like, it's going to take the right person with the right amount of investment to get it to where it needs to be. Yeah.
So how much is the house listed at right now?
$219,900.
You guys are, you have a lot of interest in the homes. Like, do you have a lot of showings coming up?
We've had a few showings, not like, we're not getting them every day, but we're getting traffic.
Love it. And what's your message to someone who's maybe like, wow, that is a beautiful home, it might need a lot of work. How do you tie that into the history? What's your message about this house?
Just come see it. You can see what it's worth, the value behind it, all the history with it, and you may fall in love.